Do you like the setting? Yeah, it's kind of boring. I'm just using a phone right now. But I felt the best way to get out what I'm trying to say is to just record it raw. This is my first video on the account, and I'm going to have a lot better production quality in the future. But I wanted to talk about this as hands-on as I could. I want to talk about an experience that happened to me in the beginning as a freelancer, and a big mistake that I made that cost me not only money, but it cost me my time. And in return, I got a really, really, really valuable lesson out of it. Though it was a failure, I learned a lot and it's excelled my business exponentially. So let's just jump right in. First of all, Synergy Digital is my freelance agency. We work as freelancers, and if you're looking to be a freelancer and work under a brand, we actually have applications. You can check it out. You still remain a freelancer. You just are backed by a brand. It's a really cool concept that me and my partner at the time created, and now we're going through with it. So one of the first clients or potential clients that we ever had, they wanted print marketing, which was a service that we provided at the time, as well as down the road an e-commerce website. And my partner and I were so ecstatic. First of all, we met these people through networking. My partner did in particular. I didn't know them. So after they had networked, we decided on a date that we should all meet at a local Starbucks to discuss what they want, what we'll do for them, etc. My partner and I were so excited. I remember it so well. I felt so intrigued. This client had a kiosk in the mall. They were selling a cosmetic sort of ointment cream, something like that. And we were really excited. We loved the logo they had so far. We loved like some of the branding they already had. We were really excited to bring them online, and it was new to us. So we sat down for the meeting with these clients with potential clients, I guess, at Starbucks with our iPads, right here. We sat down, hello, nice to meet you, blah, blah, blah. Trying to be as professional as we could, hear them out in every which way. And at the end of the conversation, we agreed, let's work together. Great. So we shook hands, went home, and started working. Now, you might find a flaw in that right there. We shook hands, talked about it, and just went to work. Well, where were the contracts? Where was the sales process? Where was it all? It was just one meeting from a networking event, and boom, you're in with them. Yeah, that doesn't fly. And I had to learn that the very hard way at the time, but I wouldn't really consider it a hard thing, like the worst thing that's ever happened, because I learned so much from this mistake. But anyway, we started working with them, right? We were working on a banner. They had this convention coming up and they wanted to show off their product in a really cool way at this convention. Now, at the time, we offered print marketing services. Right now, we don't. We're just really focusing on websites at the moment. But at the time, we did, and they were looking for a banner. So the way we were going to work it was we will design the banner and we will mark up the cost of wherever we print it. We were so new, we didn't know how to do really any of that. So we were like, we'll design it, we'll print it for you, and we'll mark up the cost of it based off of design fee and things like that. That's what we shook hands upon. So part of that was, we'll show you the draft, blah, 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 and there's the flaw. Okay, so my partner and I remember this was when my partner was still in college and I had just graduated. So he was a year behind me, and then it was me. And my Uber Eats is here. I see that, I'm looking on here. But so my partner was a year behind me. So I would go to visit him at school, and we would sit down together and we would work on the design of this. He was a bit ahead of me. This was mainly his client, so I gave him the lead to work on the design, but I would sit there and we would collaborate on it and things like that. And took a little while to come up with a concept that we thought was really nice, that we were ready to share. And I thought that was awesome because him and I were collaborating. We were learning how to do this. He was learning things. I was learning things. It was really good teamwork and collaboration. So finally, when we were ready to send that first draft to the client, we sent it to them and we got ghosted. Immediately, no answer, no nothing, just ghosted. So for a while, we had thought, "Oh, they must have really hated our design. They must have hated it so much, that or the rate was just too much. They must have just, they must have thought it was a joke. It wasn't worth it or something like that." So we were kind of kicking ourselves about that. And we never ever heard from them, ever. To this day, we have spoke with them since, but about this matter, we never heard from them that they were doing something with it. Until my partner was on social media one day and saw a picture of these partners at the convention. Now, at that convention, in the background was a banner with the exact first draft design that we created for them. The exact one. So, what we presumed happened was they stole it, obviously, that's obvious. They stole our draft and they gave it to a freelancer on Fiverr to do it for pennies on the dollar. Not saying anything bad about Freelance. I literally have services on Fiverr. I'm not saying anything bad about it, but you can get services very cheap. And they already had a design foundation to go off of. So literally what I think they did was sent our design to a designer on Fiverr for really cheap and said, "We already have the design. Can you just do this and make it final?" Because we sent them an image. It needed to be an actual file that could be enlarged, PDF and things like that. So that really, really pissed us off at the time. And I'm laughing at myself now for getting pissed about it at the time, because really, I think it's the best thing that ever happened to us as a business. We messed up big time. We didn't have a contract in place. We didn't have anything. We just said, "Oh, you want to work with us? Great, let's get to work." And that was it. And we started and we didn't know anything. And that failure taught us all we need to know now about running a business and what needs to be done and how to protect yourself from theft like this happening. So really, yeah, I mean, technically we could have advanced this further and we could have done X, Y, and Z to resolve this matter. But ultimately, we got paid in the form of knowledge. And I think that was the most crucial mistake we could ever make. And we kicked ourselves in the butts for it for a short amount of time. But we kept going. We were like, we're never going to do that again. From now, we're going to have contracts. We're going to protect ourselves, things like that. And these were topics and thoughts we initially thought about as we were starting Synergy. These were things that we wanted to do, but the client came up so fast, we were excited and we didn't think about it. And it gave us the best learning opportunity ever. We made a mistake. Now we're protecting ourselves. So I just wanted to make this quick video and explain the importance of having a contract to protect yourself. Maybe you will make a mistake like this and it will cause you to learn something huge for your business. And that's good. You could watch these videos all you want. You could watch a video on the mistake I made and how I fixed it in the future. Yes, it helped me, but in the end of the day, this is going to be your business. It's going to be what you do. So you have to learn as you go and you have to make mistakes. I don't think, while it was extremely, extremely stupid of us not to have a contract in place, not to really set ourselves up from a procedural standpoint, while those things are very important and things we do from now on, I am so glad we didn't then. And I'm thankful that this mistake wasn't any bigger. It wasn't like a full website that we spent hours and hours and hours and hours working on. This was one design. Took, yes, some hours, but realistically, we didn't lose too much. So what we gained, in my opinion, was more important. And, I hate to wish bad upon anyone, but I hope you make a mistake of a similar type where it's a big learning lesson. I think it's one of the only ways to learn. But in the meantime, you could watch this video and I hope you gain some knowledge about a failure of mine and I hope it helps you. That being said, it is totally okay to fail. Failure is a great thing in life, and I feel like not enough people tell you that. So I'm here to do it. I'm here to do the dirty work by telling you that. But if you liked this video, one, the production quality is going to be much better from now on. I'm actually sitting here studying for a test, and I was like, I got to get this idea out of my head. So that's why this video is on my selfie camera, just sitting at my dining room table. But yeah, I hope you found this interesting. If you are a web designer, developer, you're interested in starting a web design freelance agency or anything like that, please hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. This channel is going to be all about my experiences building a startup in web dev, as well as just the love for websites, the love for design, things like that, tips, tricks, product things like top fives, things like that, anything websites, anything web dev, anything entrepreneurial, startups and business. If you like all that, subscribe, because I'm going to be making a ton of videos here. I'm really trying to up my marketing for Synergy, and that's not like the premise behind why I want to do these videos. I just have a lot of these ideas, and I like blogging, but I really like making videos, so I think this is the better route to go. So if you like the sound of that, hit subscribe, like this video, and I will see you in the next one. And I'm not even going to edit this video. I'm just going to post it right away. So thank you very much. See you in the next one.